Good evening, Omega. Good evening, honey. Who else do I have here? Alan, Giovanni are coming in. Perfect. This is hi, honey. Hi, hello. Do we have homework pending, guys?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, that's right. What's the homework?
Some exercises about the past perfect tense.
Yes, that's right. Let me bring it up on the screen. What's happening, Alan? This, right? This right here. Please go ahead. Let's go in sessions and compare all of the answers of all the pieces of work. So this page and this and this, that will be 3. And this, there will be 4. Yes? Right, everybody's coming in. Hi, Annie.
Hi, teacher.
All right, you guys gonna have to go on session so you guys can compare your homework, okay? Hi, Giovanni, Alan, hello.
Hello. Hi.
All right,
Okay.
did you do your homework?
Hello.
Yes, I did it.
All right, let's go in session so you can compare your answers.
Okay.
Yeah, I got it.
Annie, Anna, and Giovanni. There you go. Let's go, please. All right, did you compare all your answers? Yes?
Yes.
All right,
Yes.
just so I know, who is Cesar? Nobody, Cesar? No? Somebody opened your Zoom in 2 different devices, on a cell phone and a computer at the same time?
Nope.
No?
Me.
No.
Who?
Me.
Annie?
Chanel.
Sharel. So Cesar
Chanel.
is a family member of yours?
Yes, but I'm going to change the name.
Perfect. There you go. I know who it is now. Great. Now all we're gonna do is check answers. Okay. Number 1.
Telepathy.
I don't believe in
Telepathy.
Telepathy.
telepathy. Telepathy is correct. Next. Strange
No,
feeling
yeah.
of
Deja vu.
deja vu. Next. The only weird thing that
Sticks in my mind.
Sticks in my mind.
In my mind.
next. Number, however, absolutely believe is strange.
Coincidence.
Coincidence.
Okay. I called a friend completely
By
Out.
accident.
Out of the
Blue.
out of the blue. A couple of years ago, I
running.
Ran into.
ran into. Next.
By accident.
By accident.
By accident, right? Perfect. That's great. Any questions?
No.
Oh, next. One night, about a year ago, I had broken up. Anyway, I met this girl and we
Started.
Started.
started talking. So we
Had
Decided.
Had
Had
decided.
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 Yeah, we had decided.
I wrote decided. Simple
Yeah, me too.
past.
Yes, decided.
Teacher,
Yes.
could be had decided.
Let's see. The one night a year ago. Yes. Now, when is this? Before or after that night?
After.
It's after, so it's not had decided, right? It's decided.
Oh, okay.
Next, we
Updated.
Had they.
Updated.
okay had dated for about 4 months when she
Invited.
Invited.
invited. I was looking at the pictures around the apartment and I
Had
Notice.
noticed.
noticed.
Mhm.
Then it turns out that my girlfriend and my cousin
Had
Had
Had been.
had been.
had been. There you go, had been. Because now it's a different time.
Mhm.
Now it's about in this occasion. In the party, a party at her apartment. Okay, and now we have this be. When did this happen? Before or after the party?
before.
Before. Then is past perfect, had been, right?
Mhm.
Next,
Hadn't
Hadn't seen.
hadn't seen.
Hadn't seen.
Hadn't seen. Perfect. Are there any questions?
No.
Not so far.
No, perfect. Let's continue. Last Tuesday, Peter got ready for his interview. Did you read the story?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. Why was Peter feeling confident? He had written a good cover letter and a resume. Why?
Because he
was his
had paid a
resume
professional.
very strong. Why?
He had paid a professional to help him.
Put it together.
Professional. What?
To help him.
He had paid a professional to help.
Okay, next. Number 3.
The alarm didn't sound at 7 a.m.
He got his things ready.
Yeah.
Why did he sleep late?
He had gotten his things ready.
Is that the answer? Hold on, let me-
Number 3 or 4?
Number 3.
I had his alarm clock had stopped in the middle of the night.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
right. His alarm clock, what?
Had stopped.
Up.
Had stopped. Perfect. Number 4. Why was he able to leave home so quickly?
Because he
Had,
his things ready before going to bed.
Again?
He had
So
He
the-
had
Because-
he had-
he had left his things ready the last night.
He had gotten
He had left.
his things ready before going to bed.
he had gotten or he had left?
gotten.
He got
His things ready before bed, right?
Yeah.
Okay, next, number 5.
he hadn't
Had
had
time.
Again?
He didn't have time for to get gas.
He didn't?
He hadn't had time.
To get gas.
Hey, teacher, can I ask you something?
Yes, go ahead.
be a little silly, but I want to ask you. Well, in this exercise,
Yeah.
in this specific exercise, there is no, well, the instruction, it's not so specific. So, well, I suppose that we have to write the answers in past perfect, but I didn't do that because the instruction is not really asking for
Clear?
that.
Clear? You mean clear?
I mean, it's not, the instruction is not specifying that we have to answer in past perfect.
Okay.
So my answers sometimes are not in that tense.
It depends on the moment. Okay. The moment the events occurred. So here right now, I'm trying to find the answer of this question number 5. Why didn't he have enough gas to drive to the interview? Okay, where is it? He didn't have enough gas to drive to come.
Yeah.
Why? But why? It's before over here.
Yes,
Let's
it's
find
in
it.
the second sentence, almost at the end, but he didn't have time to get gas right there.
He didn't have time to get gas. All right. Now this and here. Now, what is the chronological event? What's event number 1 and what's event number 2?
He didn't have time to get
He didn't
gas.
have time.
That's 1. What's number 2?
He didn't have enough gas.
Yes. Now, he didn't have time to get gas and he didn't have enough gas to drive to Campo. So why didn't he have enough gas to drive to the interview? Now, this is in the past, right?
Yes.
Omega?
Oh, yes, I have a problem with my computer, but now I'm getting the idea.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So this is in the past. When is this? In the same moment or before that moment?
Before.
It's before,
Absolutely.
right? So it's past perfect, correct? He hadn't had time to get gas
Before.
the day before,
Yeah.
right? Next, number 6.
He had gone to an ATM to get cash.
Why didn't he have enough money for a taxi?
He had gone to an ATM to get cash.
And
Where
that
is
one,
that?
I'm not sure.
Yeah, where is it?
It's in the
I'm
second
not
one,
sure.
the second sentence.
Why didn't he have enough gas for the taxi? Enough money. Okay, let's see.
It's right there.
He left class
left
and
class
went
and
to
went
an
to an
ATM to get cash, but he didn't have time to get gas.
Would the answer be he had went
I'm sorry.
to an
I'm
ATM
sorry.
to get
I
cash?
read it incorrectly. I keep reading didn't. I don't know why I read as didn't. And the question is did. Why
Yes.
did he have enough money for the taxi? And the answer is right here.
He had gone to an ATM.
Yes. To get cash.
Yes.
There. Next. Had Peter met the woman before?
Hadn't met the woman.
He
before.
hadn't.
He
No,
hadn't.
he hadn't met her.
No, he hadn't. How do you think the woman recognized Peter?
Because he had a great photo.
Maybe because she
Because she was the professional who helped him to write the.
Oh, there you go. Maybe because she had done the resume.
For him.
She had helped him, right? She had helped him. Put together the cover letter or the resume?
The
Resume.
The resume, okay. There. That's right. All right. Any questions, guys? No?
Oh.
Next. Now, this is right about a strange experience or coincidence that happened to you. Did you complete this one?
Yeah.
You did? Did you share it?
I kind of shared it yesterday.
Ah, you did? Yes,
That's
you
the
shared
one that-
something, right? With
the
a
one
friend that you
that-
were.
A friend that
Okay.
I hadn't seen in years, and all of a sudden he was in front of me.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Somebody else can share something?
Well, I
Nobody?
said that I didn't like Chihuahuas dogs, and now I had one.
Why?
Crazy.
Yeah, but why? Can you tell us the story?
Well, because I don't like small pets. So I was always like, no, I'm never gonna have a Chihuahua. I don't like it. And suddenly I saw this in Facebook. I saw his picture that it was an adoption. He was so thin. He would look so sad. And I was like, oh my God, he looks so nice. He looks great. I need to have him. And then I
You fell
went
in love.
for my Chihuahua.
There it is.
Yes.
What about the rest of you guys? Nobody?
Yeah, I have a story. I remember when I went to a summer camp in Canada 2 years ago. I worked as a general staff for 8 months. But one day, something strange happened to me because I ran into an old friend who I met in Mexico 10 years ago. 10 years
10 years
ago.
before.
Yeah. And I ran into him there. And that was a great coincidence because, we hadn't seen each other since that time when I met him for the first time.
Since you met him.
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Thank you, Annie. Honey, thank you. Nobody else?
Me, teacher.
Go right ahead, Shirley.
In my case, it's something strange, but I'm gonna read my text. It says, in my opinion, many coincidences have happened to me, especially when I visit a new place and I feel like I have been there before. It's so strange for me because I have had this feeling when I have traveled to different places. I read that this happened because before you leave special things, they had been revealed in your dreams.
Really?
I'm not sure, but I read that.
Okay, thank you, Shara. Okay, guys, do you have any questions? Perfect. Let's continue with the next one. Let me bring it up on this. Oh no, we're not finished. There, it's a small world. Oh my gosh. How did I do this? What happened? All right, let me find the audio. That's the incorrect audio. What's the matter? Who's having problems with the internet? Oh my gosh. Minute 6. Can you hear the audio?
Yes.
No?
No.
No, I didn't.
Okay.
Hi there.
Hello.
It's me again.
It's good.
Are we doing something?
Yes.
What is that?
The questions.
There, can you hear the audio?
So what about your friend Janine? How did you meet her?
Oh, well, there's sort of a funny story there. I met her at a summer program I went to when I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
It was right after my junior year, and Janine and I were roommates there. We got to be really good friends.
Oh, okay.
So I've known her now for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, but we kind of lost touch for a while because I moved to New York and she was still in Chicago. So we never really got to see each other much. We were both busy and we just kind of lost touch.
Uh-huh.
I guess I hadn't seen her for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years when all of a sudden, one day she called me. Well, she left me a message on my voicemail, and she said she'd moved to New York. And the funny thing is, I mean, I didn't know where she was working or anything. So I called her back, but we just kept missing each other. We were leaving voicemails for each other for about a week, and finally she left me a message with her work number. So I called it, and it said, "Thank you for calling the Garden House Restaurant," which is, like 2 doors down from my office, so...
Right.
Small world. So I went over there as soon as I found out, and I totally surprised her. It was really amazing to see her again. Like no time had passed at all.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we'd been working on the same block for a couple of months.
What a small world. That's really something.
All right, guys. So let's ask and answer the questions, please. How did Jody and Janine first get to know each other?
In a summer program in high school.
Okay. Next, how long have they been friends now?
10 years.
How long have they been out of touch when they met up again? You don't know? Where did they both end up living?
For a week.
How did they try to get in touch again?
She gave the work number.
Okay, what coincidence makes both speakers say a small world?
She noticed that it's close to her house.
Okay,
They live
now
in the
let's
same
write
block.
some answers. Okay, number 1, what's your answer?
The summer program in high school.
The summer?
In the summer program in high school.
Program in high school. Next, number 2, how long have they been friends?
10 years.
How long had they been out of touch when they met up again? You don't know? Where did they both end up living?
A week.
A week is incorrect, sir.
No.
The question is where?
Oh, yes.
In New York?
In New York, because then she moved to Chicago, I think.
So the answer is?
No, because they said she moved to New York.
So the answer is New York?
I think.
How
I'm not.
did they try to get in touch again?
For the work or the office work?
No. And what coincidence makes
For a
both
number,
speakers-
because she called.
So calling?
Yeah, I think because she said that she called a number and
Through messages.
Through messages?
Yeah. She messaged her number and she noticed that it's a restaurant that's close to her house.
With a message?
Yeah.
Let's check it out. What coincidence makes both speakers say a small world?
the restaurant where she was working was too left from where she was living.
Was what?
Where she was living or where she was working. 2 doors down from the restaurant where she was working.
2 doors down.
From the restaurant where she was working.
Okay, listen again and check.
Page 55. 3. Listening. It's a small world. Listen to Jody tell a friend about a coincidence. Answer the questions.
Can you hear the audio?
So what about your friend Janine? How did you meet her?
Oh, well, there's sort of a funny story there.
Can you hear the audio?
Yes.
Page 55.
Yeah.
Yes.
3. Listening. It's a small world. Listen to Jody tell a friend about a coincidence. Answer the questions.
So what about your friend Janine? How did you meet her?
Oh, well, there's sort of a funny story there. I met her at a summer program I went to when I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
It was right after my junior year, and Janine and I were roommates there. We got to be really good friends.
Oh, okay.
So I've known her now for 10 years.
Wow.
Yeah, but we kind of lost touch for a while because I moved to New York and she was still in Chicago. So we never really got to see each other much. We were both busy and we just kind of lost touch.
Uh-huh.
I guess I hadn't seen her for, I don't know, 3 or 4 years when all of a sudden, one day she called me. Well, she left me a message on my voicemail and she said she'd moved to New York. And the funny thing is, I didn't know where she was working or anything. So I called her back, but we just kept missing each other. We were leaving voicemails for each other for about a week, and finally she left me a message with her work number. So I called it, and it said, "Thank you for calling the Garden House Restaurant," which is, like 2 doors down from my office, so...
Right.
Small world. So I went over there as soon as I found out, and I totally surprised her. It was really amazing to see her again. Like no time had passed at all.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we'd been working on the same block for a couple of months.
What a small world. That's really something.
Okay, guys, now let's check some answers. How did Jody and Janine first get to know each other?
In the summer program, and they were roommates.
In high school?
Yeah, in her junior year.
Nope. Wasn't after high school?
No, before.
Before high school?
Well, during high school.
Okay. It isn't the summer program. It's not that. It's a summer program. Let me see.
Page 55. 3. Listening. It's a small world. Listen to Jody tell a friend about a coincidence. Answer the questions.
So what about your friend Janine? How did you meet her?
Oh, well, there's sort of a funny story there. I met her at a summer program I went to when I was in high school.
Uh-huh.
It was right after my junior year.
Okay. In high school, after junior year, right? Oh my gosh, it looks ugly. Okay. I guess it's high school will be good enough. How long have they been friends now?
10 years.
10 years. How long had they been out of touch when they met up again?
3 or 4 years.
For a while.
For years.
3 or 4 years. Where did they both end up living?
In Chicago.
New York.
New York. How did they try to get in touch again?
Her friend called her and left her a voice message.
Calling and with messages.
Voice messages.
Yeah, voice messages. And what coincidence makes both speakers say small world?
They work in the same block.
That's right. They were working in the same block. Right. Okay, guys. Now we're finished with this. I see some of you are having very big problems with the internet, aren't you? Yeah, it's really bad. It helps if you turn off your camera, and if you need to, you might want to ask your family members to let you have this hour of space. Okay, tell all your brothers and sisters and cousins and uncles and mom, dad, that you have a class. And if they can, for at least 1 hour, let you work with it with the Wi-Fi, because you need a good signal to have the class. Because as you can tell, it takes a lot of the Wi-Fi signal. And if the line is busy, if somebody else is watching videos and somebody else is doing homework on the internet, you have problems with the connection, okay? So let's hope it can work, it gets better. And now we're going to continue with the next one. There. Stories. Can you see the screen?
Yes.
Yeah, what do you see?
A cup of coffee, maybe.
Yes, a cup of coffee. Good. What are some typical highlights in people's lives? Typical highlights. What events are important? What events are
Graduation.
outstanding? Yes, a graduation. What else?
Get married.
Get a good job.
Finding a good job. Yes, what else? Getting
Winning a
married.
Winning a
championship.
prize.
Winning a prize. What else?
Having a family.
Having a baby. What
Get
other
married.
things? What other things can you think of?
Buy or get a new house.
Buying a house. Yes, that's a good one.
Getting a career.
What?
Getting a career.
Getting or finishing your major, right? Graduating from college or university. Another one?
Getting a new car.
Getting a new car. Yes, getting your first car. Okay, next. We are going to listen to the interview to 3 people. And these people were asked, what are some of the highlights of your life so far? And we have Janine, Marcos, and we have a couple, Jingwei and Sean. Listen to the interviews. What special things has each person done?
We interviewed people and asked, what are some of the highlights of your life so far? Janie, 35, Vancouver, Canada, high school teacher.
Oh, I've been pretty lucky up until now. For one thing, I've traveled a lot. I lived in Italy a couple of years ago. That was amazing. Then after Italy, I went to Central America and worked with a team of volunteers. We were rebuilding homes after a major earthquake for 2 months. It was hard work, but so rewarding. Life has definitely been interesting so far.
Marcos, 25, Belo Horizonte, Brazil, college student.
I've done some interesting things in the last few years. I started a band the year before last, though it didn't last. We broke up after 6 months. But it was fun. And I've been coaching a local soccer team for the last 2 years. That's been good. We've won most of our matches. I still haven't decided what I want to do after I graduate. I haven't thought too much about it yet. But that's okay.
Jingwei, 25, and Shang, 27, Beijing, China, designer and graduate student.
Well, we haven't really done anything except work over the last few years. We met when we were in college. Shang was getting his master's, and I was studying design. Then Shang started his PhD. Since then, he's just been concentrating on school.
Jingwei got an internship at a fashion company last year. That was a big thing for her. You've been enjoying it so far, haven't you?
All right, guys. So, what special things has Janie done?
Traveled.
Travel a lot.
Travel a lot.
Travel a lot. What else?
Volunteered work.
Working at team volunteers.
Volunteer work. What else?
Rebuild houses.
Rebuild houses. Is there more? Or is that it?
That's all I have.
Okay, let's go with Marcos. What has he done?
He's won a lot of games with her team, his team. Sorry.
Won a lot of games. What else?
Had a
Started
band,
a
but it
band.
broke.
What?
He had a band.
Started a band.
Is that
But
it?
it broke.
They broke up.
Coach it.
They broke up.
What did you say?
He coaches.
He coaches? Is that it or is there more?
And graduated.
Yeah, he's graduated too. I think so.
He graduated? Okay. Is that it or is there more?
I think that's it.
Let's go with the couple. What have they done?
They met in college, it says. He has a master and she's a designer.
Is that the highlight?
Well, he had a master.
He had
a master. And she's a designer.
I put
Okay,
that
what
she
else?
got an internship.
Again, she what?
She got an internship.
Is there more?
Something about a PhD.
Something about PhD. All right, go ahead, listen and check your answers.
We interviewed people and asked, what are some of the highlights of your life so far? Janie, 35, Vancouver, Canada, high school teacher.
Oh, I've been pretty lucky up until now. For one thing, I've traveled a lot. I lived in Italy a couple of years ago. That was amazing. Then, after Italy, I went to Central America and worked with a team of volunteers. We were rebuilding homes after a major earthquake for 2 months. It was hard work, but so rewarding. Life has definitely been interesting so far.
Marcos, 25, Belo Horizonte, Brazil, college student.
I've done some interesting things in the last few years. I started a band the year before last, though it didn't last. We broke up after 6 months. But it was fun. And I've been coaching a local soccer team for the last 2 years. That's been good. We've won most of our matches. I still haven't decided what I want to do after I graduate. I haven't thought too much about it yet. But that's okay.
Jingwei, 25, and Shang, 27, Beijing, China, designer and graduate student.
Well, we haven't really done anything except work over the last few years. We met when we were in college. Shang was getting his master's, and I was studying design. Then Shang started his PhD. Since then, he's just been concentrating on school.
Jingwei got an internship at a fashion company last year. That was a big thing for her. You've been enjoying it so far, haven't you?
All right, guys. So how are your answers? The same, or would you like to change something? Let's begin with Jenny. Travel a lot?
Yeah.
Yes.
Volunteer work? Rebuild houses?
Yes.
Is there more?
No.
No?
She
Is
re-
there-
oh,
What?
okay. She rebuilt homes after the earthquake.
After the earthquake, okay.
Oh.
What about Marcos?
Well, what it says, he coaches coaching a local soccer team.
Soccer team.
Is there more?
No.
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 What about the couple?
The one who got the PhD is the man, or Sean.
Mm-hmm. Okay, now check your answers. Right there. Perfect. Number one is good. Travel a lot, volunteers, rebuilding homes. What about Marcos? Won a lot of games? We've won most of our matches. He had a band. I started a band. They broke up. We broke up. He coaches. I've been coaching. He graduated?
No.
No. Actually, he isn't worried about where he can study.
So not graduating. What about the next one? The couple? Met in college? Met in
Yes.
college. He had a master's?
Yes. His
Okay, his
master.
master's? Master's with an S. Of course, apostrophe S. What else? She's a designer?
Yes, she.
She was studying design.
Wow.
She was studying design. And she got an internship?
Yes.
Got an internship. And the PhD. Sean started his PhD. There. Is there more? Yeah, there's more. Let's go with Janine. Or Jenny.
Well,
Is
she
there
lived in
another?
Italy.
She lived in Italy. Yes.
And actually she traveled, she went to Central America.
Yes. Went to Central America. Perfect. That's right. What about for Marcos? Nothing. It's all complete, right?
For a local team.
Yes.
Yeah. And the couple? That's it, right?
He's concentrating on school.
Yeah, concentrating on school. Okay, perfect. So the only thing that was missing, lived in Italy. That's great, guys. Now, to you, fair work. Discuss the questions about the people and give your own opinions. Who has the most initiative?
Jane.
Who?
Jane.
Jane.
Because she
Jamie?
makes volunteering.
Okay. Take a picture, please, of this slide. Great, thank you. Now we're going to go to sessions and you're going to ask and answer the questions with your classmates. There, let's go, guys. How did it go, guys?
Very good.
Yeah. Did you hear some interesting opinions?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's share your opinions. According to you and your classmates, who has the most initiative?
Jane.
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 Who works very hard?
The
Jane.
three of them.
The three?
Yes, well, we
Yes.
decided the three of them because, well, they're working for the things that they wanted.
But which three? There are 4 people there.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
the fourth one. I know the couple.
Four.
Okay, I'm so sorry.
The 4 of them.
One of them, yes.
I'm so sorry.
Okay, who makes the most out of life?
Marcos.
Marcos? He makes the most out of life?
No.
I think Jane.
I think the couple.
The couple?
I think
Yeah.
all of them.
All of them, all right. So who is doing something you'd like to do?
This is Marcos.
Marcos, perfect.
Jane.
Jane.
Jane, okay. Who has the most exciting life?
Marcos.
Marco.
Marcos.
Really, Marcos?
Well, he's not worried about it.
Well,
Well,
it's
it's
also
opinion.
the dreams.
Marcos
and
and Jane.
Okay, great, guys. Thank you very much. Good. Now, find the sentences below in the interviews. Do they refer to a completed past time or a past time that continues up to now? One more time. These sentences, Number 1, 2, 3, and 4. Do they refer to a completed past time or a past time that continues up to now? Number 1, completed or up to now?
Completed.
Completed.
Number 2?
Completed.
Number 2 is completed?
No, number 2
No,
is in.
it's past time
No.
that continues.
Continues up to now?
Yes.
Number
Yes.
3?
Is complete.
Clear.
Yes.
Completed.
And 4?
Continues up to now.
Continues up to now. What are we working with, guys? What are we looking at? The simple past versus the present perfect. We use the past, the simple past, for situations and events that are part of a completed past time, not connected to now. So, finished event. I lived in Italy a few years ago. I'm not there now. The band didn't last. We broke up. We use the present perfect for situations and events that are part of a past time that continues up to now. It started in the past, but it continues, is through today. Life has been interesting so far. It still is. Marcos hasn't decided what he wants to do yet. Use simple verbs for completed events or permanent situations. Completed or permanent. Marcos' band broke up. This is simple past or present perfect?
Simple past.
Simple past. A complete event?
Simple past.
Or a permanent event?
Completed.
It's a complete event. What about I've
Completed.
been pretty lucky?
Present perfect.
Present perfect. Completed or permanent?
Permanent.
Okay. Use continuous verbs for background, ongoing, or temporary events or situations. We were rebuilding homes. What is that? Background, ongoing, or temporary?
Temporary.
It's background and temporary. He's been coaching a soccer team.
Ongoing.
What is that? Ongoing. Perfect.
Ongoing.
Yes, ongoing. Time expressions with the simple past and the present perfect. These are the expressions for simple past. We have an example. I worked on a farm. Is this completed?
No.
Yes.
Yes.
It's completed.
Yes.
It's simple past. And what are the expressions with the simple past? Yesterday.
A couple of years ago.
Last week. In the fall. Earlier this year. Right after college. The year before last. A couple of years. At the end of July, when I was 20. And we have the expressions for the present perfect. Here we have an example. I've had a lot of problems. That is completed or ongoing?
Lately.
Oh my gosh.
Ongoing. And the expressions for an ongoing situation? Lately.
So far.
Date. in my life up to now, over the past few years, in the last few days, since last year, since we last spoke. What's the difference between the two?
One it's finished and the other is going.
Yeah, and what's the difference? Is there another way to explain it?
In the first one, the event happened and finished.
Specific moments. And what about the present perfect? Are they specific?
No.
Definite moments. Right? Non-specific. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, now there are more expressions. You can use expressions with both the simple past and the present perfect. Today, this week, this month, this year, for quite a while, for a long time, or recently. Okay, for example, we had some bad luck this year. This is simple past, right? The speaker is referring to a point in the past. Completed. Correct? Simple past is completed. But what about present perfect? We've had some bad luck this year. Is this completed?
No.
No.
No, this is still ongoing.
Ongoing, yes.
Yes. We've been busy recently. Is this completed or ongoing?
Ongoing.
Ongoing. Time expressions usually go at the beginning or end of a statement. Time expression is yesterday, I ran into an old friend, or I ran into an old friend yesterday. Can you guys hear my little baby?
Yes.
A second, I'll be right back.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. Next line is we use for with a period of time. For and since with a phrase or clause which gives a point in time. So for is for a period and since is for a point in time. So I've lived here for many years, since 1995, since I was a child. So for is a period of time. All of this is for. And since is the beginning of the period. Common errors. Don't put a time expression between the verb and the object. We bought a new television last week. Or what's the other form, guys?
Last week we bought a new television.
Perfect. Avoid putting the time expressions above, except recently, between the subject and the verb. So she got married right after college, or
Right after college, she got married.
what is the exception?
Recently.
Recently. So how can we say it with recently?
She recently got married after college.
No.
No?
This time expression
Because it doesn't
will be
exist.
instead of
She
this.
got married recently.
What? One more time.
She
Recently, it can go at the beginning, between the subject and the verb, or after the verb. So we can say, recently she got married, or she recently got married, or
she got married recently.
Recently. Okay. And the expressions are according to if it's a simple past expression, a present perfect, a completed, or an ongoing, a continuing event. Use the simple past for an action that happened in the past and is over, done, finished, complete. Use the present perfect for an action that started in the past, but is still true today. Yeah? We have different examples. I have lived in Paris for 5 years. I still live in Paris. Next, he has never traveled by plane. He's alive. We can't reach Paul by phone. Have you seen him? I have eaten lots of plums today. Today is not over yet. Okay, and the simple past is, my son was sick on Monday. My son isn't sick now. He traveled a lot by plane. He's dead or he doesn't travel anymore. He went to the cinema 2 hours ago. Now he's at school. We didn't call him yesterday. Okay, guys. What do you think of this exercise? What time is it, guys? Oh.
9:02.
9:02. Would you like to finish the activity or we'll continue tomorrow? Or homework? Okay, no responses. So I guess it will be homework. This activity, this one, and this will be the second slide. This will be the third, and those three will be the homework. 4. Let's make this one too. Write 4 sentences about yourself or people you know. Use the ideas from above. Example, a new couple has just moved into the apartment next to us. Okay, so it will be this, and this, and this. Okay, guys?
Okay.
Okay.
And compare answers tomorrow, and we'll check answers tomorrow.
Okay.
All right. So how was the class, guys?
Very good.
Easy for me.
Yeah, great. Are there any questions?
In my case, I forgot a lot of things about this, so it's kind of like refreshing my mind. So it's good for me. It's good. It's a little bit challenging, but that's the fun part.
Yes, that's good. Okay.
I can say that I don't know what happened, and I don't know if it's the class. I took the course 1 year ago, and
yeah,
I'm surprised because I understand you. I was like, oh my God, present with using have or had. And I'm like, oh my God, when I took this course, I was really, really getting crazy. I don't know because if that time you had more time in this case, but right now I feel like more comfortable. I understand a little bit
Nice.
more. And I don't know, thank you, teacher. Maybe it
You're
wasn't
very
my
welcome.
but thank you so much because right now I'm understanding you a lot.
Actually, it's a little, this course is composed of the most important pieces of grammar, okay? And the course that you took a year and so months ago, it was the entire book in only 4 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, I remember that. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do it. I was so I didn't know how to think about it this past continuous. And I was like, oh, what I'm going to do. I was really
You remember?
nervous.
Yeah. Do you remember that I went to Puebla?
Yes, I remember. And I remember that I had like Cenni, she was like a master with a grammar. I was like, oh my God, how am I going to do it? And thank you. I'm understanding you a lot.
In Puebla, I gave the entire book in 2 weeks.
Really?
Oh my goodness.
Yes. But that's how they
Wow.
made it. That's how it gets, okay? English is becoming officially very important in the professionals' lives.
Yes.
Yes, so take it seriously. If you have the possibility to take a C1 course, take it.
Thank you, teacher.
All right. This is a preparation course for your university exam to obtain your Cenni certification. Yes, but to get a more comprehensive course and knowledge and for you to acquire a higher level of English, it will be a formal 4, 5, 6 months course.
Wow. Okay.
Yes. Excellent, guys. Well, have a great night. I will see you tomorrow, and I will send you the slides in a couple of minutes, okay?
Okay, thank you. Good night.
Bye, guys. Have a
Thank
great
you.
night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Thank you, teacher.
Bye, guys.
Bye, guys. You're welcome.
Bye.
Bye, ladies.